The NBA is horrified at the thought of OKC heading to the finals if they break free from the Denver Nuggets, something they are very, very likely to do according to last night and with a Game 5 history lesson. We're going to get deep and down into it, but first, I just want to say what's going on, guys. This is Gabriel Ebersole here with Thunder Digest, ready to bring to you a great news video after the Thunder's Game 5 win. Before we get into the nitty-gritty of it, though, just want to point out that 68% of you guys watching are not subscribed to the channel. Thunder are really prime position to make a deep push into the later rounds of this postseason, and you don't want to miss it. Make sure you sub to the channel. Without further ado, let's just get into the historical meaning of what happened last night with a Game 5 win. OKC won Game 5 with a late rally by 7 points. They won 112-105 at home, claiming a 3-2 series lead. Now, what does this mean for the remainder of the series? As we can see right here, NBA teams with a 3-2 lead in the playoffs have won 296 series to a tune of 84% throughout the playoffs. This Game 5 win was monumentally important for the Thunder in setting ourselves up to close out this series against the Denver Nuggets, a team that has given us trouble. Jokic has given us problems in a few games, massive problems in Games 1 and 5. And we were able to come away with a win last night, overcome that, and really prime ourselves to get into the conference finals. But furthermore, we need to look at the impact throughout the rounds of this. When we look specifically at the semifinals that we're in right now, it's even higher than the average percent. When we look at this, 84.6% chance. Teams that are up 3-2 have a record of 104-19 when up 3-2. We can become the 105th team to close this out. We'll have the first shot at it as all the other series are set to 3-1. And the Cavs just lost 4-1 yesterday. So we'll have the first chance crack to add to 105 on this list, and I really am hoping we get it done. And I'm further convinced looking at this, right? We're looking at, in the best of 7 series, the team that has won Game 5 to go up 3-2 has finished it in Game 6 200 out of the 353 times. That's a tune of about 57% of the time the team that is up 3-2 closed it out in the next game. This is great news for the Thunder. We have one road and one home game left potentially in this series, and it's looking the odds are in our favor to get it done next game, historically speaking. I am super pumped for Game 6, and I'm hoping we can close it out in Denver. You never want it to go to Game 7 because anything can happen, but this is exactly what you want to see as a fan heading into this stretch of the season. Let's look a little bit more specific at what happened in this game now. Taking a look. This is the first half opening for the Denver Nuggets. They held a 2-point lead at halftime. They were up 56-54, right? We see them open early with 2 strong players. Nikola Jokic had a strong first half. You see 19 points on 8 for 13, 9 rebounds, and he had 3 assists chipped in with that. And then his counterpart, number 2 sidekick for the playoffs, has been Aaron Gordon, who was 5 for 7 to that point with 10 points, and then he had a pair of rebounds and a pair of assists. Now, looking into this, we saw a tune of what was going to happen throughout the game. We saw Jokic setting up early. We see Jamal Murray at 4 for 11, 1 for 5 from 3. He's kind of cold already at this point. MPJ is only 1 for 3. This is going to continue. But right now, what we need to note is that early in the game, Jokic is going, and he's going to Aaron Gordon. This is giving them a slim lead. Let's look at our first half stats, okay? Looking at what we were producing in the first half, I think our first half MVP was J-Dub. 5 for 8, 1 for 2 from the 3. He had 11 points, 3 rebounds, and 3 assists to go along with a steal and the tied for the highest plus-minus on our team. Besides, I can't see the negative sign on there, but I'm assuming Isaiah Joe's is negative. So I'm assuming the highest plus-minus on our team, and he was really tripping in efficiently. And Chet Holmgren also to the tune of 4 for 5. We weren't going great early, but we were keeping it close. We were staying in range. Shai was 4 for 11 at this point, a little bit struggling. And also, Lou Dort, 0 for 2. That needs to be noted. Why does that need to be noted? We're going to get to that in a second. But I want to talk about the bench production in this. If you look at Alex Caruso in this game, he had almost all of our bench production for our team. And this is absolutely insane. We're going to take a look at this, right? So Alex Caruso, in 23 minutes and 50 seconds, outplayed 4 of the other players off of the bench by himself. In these 24 almost minutes, he shot 4 for 10 to the tune of 13 points, hit 3 out of his 6 3-pointers, and got 4 rebounds. And just we'll go 24 minutes off the bench. The other 4 players off the bench only put up 8 shots in 44 minutes. That's very interesting to start with. That's not a lot of production, just like volume. They only chipped in 9 points, shot 1 for 5 from the 3-point line, and had 6 boards. Most, if not the majority, I mean, that's the same word. Most, if not all of our bench production came from Alex Caruso in this game, and that needs to be noted. Heavy influence in the early stages to keep us going, because we're looking at the first half numbers here. Caruso's 3 for 6, 2 for 3 from 3. To keep us in that striking distance early, Caruso played a big part, and I want to note that. Next up, another person that I said, Lou Dort shot over 2 in the first half. We got outscored in the first 3 quarters of this game, and the way we made the rally was none other than Lou Dort. I would like to take a second and say thank you, Lou Dort, and I would like to also issue an apology, because I was one of the advocators that Caruso should be starting over Lou Dort. Granted, Caruso did have a good game, so a little bit, I'm not going to take anything away from him. But Lou Dort was the one who brought us back into this game. We were down 11 for some stretches, but we see here, Lou Dort checks in down 9 with 10-10 to go for Cason Wallace. He's going to go out there. He's going to be playing possessions for a few minutes before he gets a 24-foot 3 assisted by Shai to chip the lead down to 6. Right? So there was no basket scored for almost 2 minutes, and he's out there. He breaks the ice with his 3. Next thing we see, coming down, 1 possession later, Lou Dort is going to get another 3 off of another assist from Shai to respond to a Nuggets basket. Make it a 5-point game, bring it back to a 5-point game, and keep us within that striking distance. And then you see here, 6:20, Lou Dort is going to hit his 3rd 3 in a row, assisted by Jalen Williams, to bring it back to a 1-score game with half of the 4th quarter remaining. Lou Dort ignited this run when he came off of the bench, and I can't give him enough props for that. I don't see us winning this game without that spark plug he provided. He really iced up when we needed him to. He had a lot of clutch shots when we were on, like when Denver was really almost looking to put us away type of area in the game, and he kept us on the brink of that comeback. So I just want to shout out to Lou Dort in this game. He really stepped up and made some huge shots. Right, we're also going to look at another reason we won. The MVP, man. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, he hit the dagger 3 with under a minute left. He finished this game shooting over 50%. He hit his 31. He also chipped in 6 rebounds and 7 assists on this night. Shai was a big reason why we won. He didn't start off the hottest. When we were looking at the first half stats, right, we see Shai was shooting 4 for 11. But if we take a look at OKC's 4th quarter stats right here, Shai shot 3 for 5 in the 4th quarter. He shot 1 for 2 from 3, and he had 10 points in a plus 16 plus minus at 1 quarter basketball. That is a huge part of this comeback, and he was really composed down the stretch, even not having a great game earlier. He got to the line and made all 3 of his shots in the final quarter. He also chipped in 3 assists, and he had a steal. Clutch basketball, clutch plays when you need it. That's our MVP coming through for us in a very pivotal moment in the series, in the season, making sure we stay alive. Taking a look next, we're going to go down to the Nuggets 4th quarter. And I mean, on the flip side, yes, we made the comeback, but man, did they collapse. 5 for 21 we see here in the 4th quarter, and 4 of those field goals came from Nikola Jokic. The rest of the team shot 1 for 15 in this 4th quarter, 0 for 10 from 3. And that was why they didn't put it away. You see MPJ go 0 for 3, miss a pair of threes. Aaron Gordon 0 for 3, miss a pair of threes. Jamal Murray 1 for 6, misses 3 triples in the final quarter. All of these guys minus 15 or worse, except for Gordon that started. They stuck with their heavy guns, and it really came back to bite them once we kind of found the flow late. Jokic, like we said, he played phenomenal throughout the game. He played every single second of this final quarter to try to bring his team through the line. And man, was he close. Let's just take a look at the game that he provided them, right? We're seeing Nikola Jokic, 44, 15, and 5. 44, 15, and 5. That is like my career on like pro difficulty numbers. And he's out there putting them up against a team that had 68 wins in the regular season. This guy is putting in work, and I think that is the biggest area where we need to figure out how to stop them. Jokic had 16 offensive rebounds this series. He had 6 last night. And the 2 games where he's had a lot of offensive rebounds have been the 2 games where he's really killed us scoring-wise, because he's getting these easy putbacks. This was something that I noted in the series preview video. We have to keep him off the offensive boards like the Clippers did. I think that Chet's been doing a pretty decent job in the paint, but there was a couple of plays I saw where Chet's just staring up, waiting for the rebound to fall, instead of searching actively to put a body on Jokic, and then Jokic is going to go get the board over him. Jokic is a master at positioning himself to get a rebound. Like, we know he's not the most athletic guy. He's not going to jump 40 inches off the ground and sky for a rebound, obviously. What he does do is use his frame and put himself in position to nudge you out the way to get the basketball. And if you don't actively search to get a body into him first and not let him build momentum into doing that, he's going to move you off your spot, and you're going to have a hard time really just standing your ground and getting a rebound against this guy. We've had hit and miss with this. I felt like there was a game where he had 6 offensive rebounds. There was a game where he had 5 offensive rebounds. There's been games where he had 0 offensive rebounds. We need to be very, very, very intentional with this adjustment next game, and if potentially game 7, if we want to win. We need to keep this guy off of the offensive glass and keep them from getting easy second chance points. Because when he's not just laying the ball up off of a putback, he's kicking it out to a wide open 3. Those are the only 2 things that happen when this man gets an offensive rebound. We need to neutralize that going into games 6 and 7, right? Talk about games 6 and 7. We see the dates for them right here. We see the 15th we're going to play, and a potential game 7 would take place on May 18th. Like we saw earlier, the Thunder winning that game 5 decreases the chances that we're going to get pushed to a game 7. But in a series that's been so back and forth, so momentum-based, so dependent on the stars, we're going to have to really see if we can pull this through. We saw the stats. The numbers say we got an 84% chance to do it. I like those odds. This has been Gabriel Ebersole with Thunder Digest. Really hyped to see how the Thunder close out this series. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you thought of Game 5. I thought it was a great watch. I watched it the whole way through, and it was a really team-rounded effort to get that victory. Let me know what you guys think down low. Let me know a score prediction for Game 6. This has been Gabriel Ebersole with Thunder Digest. I'll see you guys in the next one.